Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I want to touch on 3 mechanics that I personally feel is very important in every stage of the game, and it's just something that the game itself doesn't really teach or have a tutorial on. I know I'm not the best player and there are many amazing content creators out there who have played this game way more than me, but it's just something that I want to touch on as a new player in Lost Ark and hoping that many others will find this beneficial. So the main 3 mechanics that I want to talk about is mainly counter, stagger, and destruction or weak point. So let's get to it. So what a counter looks like is this blue glow right here. So the attack you do has to be from the front. You have to be standing in front of the boss to counter him. So every class has a counterable skill, so it really depends on your class. So the moment the boss glows blue, that is when you have to use your skill to counter the boss. So something like this. Right, and the boss will get neutralized and you have 2 to 3 seconds of DPS window. Right, another thing to note is also that usually counters have like the front of the boss is a cone, right? It's not necessarily like directly straight ahead. It's in a cone. So you can be somewhat at the side and still be able to counter the boss. Okay, so the next mechanic that I want to talk about is stagger. As you can see in your skill descriptions, some skills have stagger high, stagger mid-high, stagger mid, and some also has stagger low. And not just your skills, but bombs as well have stagger. So a good indication of a stagger mechanic is either the purple bar that's under the boss, or if the boss charges up and prepares for an attack, which is indicated by a bar that will be on the boss itself. As you can see, the bar has appeared. This is when you need to stagger the boss. Read what your skill does, and if it has stagger, use those skills. Okay, so the last mechanic that I want to touch on is destruction or weak point. So if you read your skills, some of your skills deal weak point damage, right? It comes in many forms, like weak point level 1, weak point level 2, right? So usually what this does, weak point is basically a mechanic that requires you to destroy part of an enemy's armor, such as Chromanium's shell. So when you're fighting Chromanium, you have to destroy the shell that's on his back, and this requires you to deal weak point damage, which is indicated by the destruction text that appears. Right, and then his shell will break, essentially. To sum it up, the 3 mechanics are counter, stagger, destruction, or weak point. This Scorpion boss is a very good example of all 3 mechanics. So let me show you all 3 mechanics of counter, stagger, and destruction weak point. So this is the counter mechanic. So this is a stagger mechanic. This is where if I had party members, they would need to stagger the boss. Right? It comes without a bar, but it's a stagger mechanic. This is the destruction weak point mechanic. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope this helps, and I hope you guys learned something new today. Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.